Yeah, we'll just start with some turning. Just one side. Changing side. And alternating. Side. Coiling with a rotation. Good. And reversing back this way. I'm gonna go over the thumb. Reverse direction. Ooh. Burning. Yeah. Good. So just rotating back over the wrist. Good. Good. At the back, just rolling through. Right. And then just mixing them all up, all these three, just with some forward, backwards movements, moving the body. Okay, good. Let's do a little bit of this exercise just to wake the lower body up. Just start like this and just rolling down. So just keeping all the time one hand on the jaw. So not letting it fall, just rolling through the grip. This way I'm really allowing the lower body to move. So keep full control of the jaw. Just allow the whole body to sink down into the jaw. Swaying back up. Swaying back out. And just really play with different kinds of grips. Just really allow the whole lower body to sink down. Always keeping at least one hand on the jaw at all times. Oh, very nice. Nice. Okay, good. And especially in this exercise, just this thing about length through the body. As you go down, really keep the length, maintain the length in the upper body. And in this case, you're really activating all the movement's going to really come from the lower body, and keep the upper body really in a sense always in a sense of length and wide. So one thing you can also do to do this is you go down, really have this sense of a breath in through the body, and really have a sense of expansion through the rib cage, especially in the back of the rib, this sense of the body. Keep everything really long in the upper body, and really allow the movement down is all going to really come from the lower body, this way, from the hips, knees, and then in the feet, into the feet. But just really allow kind of feeling. Really keep the upper body long, and try and avoid this kind of movement, kind of crunching the torso, especially the upper body. Allow the lower body really. Yeah, there we go. Good. That's it. Very nice. Great. Very good. Okay, great. So we'll look at the 31, Kata. Hopefully you've got space indoors. If not, we'll change. So we'll just look at the first 5 movements of the 31. So from here, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just real slow. Okay, that's the first 5. Nice and slow. And we go to this idea of direction. So I want you to really feel, again, the front and back of the body. So this is very easy, especially with the Joe work, to go into these kind of positions, this kind of work, and be kind of forward and forward in this kind of position. Forward, forward, forward of the body. So really try and match the movement in the back of the body. So just really take all your, feel the movement of the back into the jaw. Back, these kind of movements. So really opening back here, here, and press that movement from the back forward. So really, especially in these movements, really get a sense of the back of the body, not crunching forward, back, opening, pressing in, back, pressing forward. Especially in these moments where you're moving back and raising the jaw, really get a sense of the back of the body. So just a few more. Release. Release the back, open the back. This way. Yeah, give it a try. That's it. Good. Okay, we'll go a little bit further. So starting from position 5, we're gonna go 6, rotate, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Just from 5 to 12. So starting right side hammy, you go left side, yokomen, turn right, left, the bad eye, roll into the head, left side yokomen, and back to skikamai. Yeah, so from 5 to 12, just in your own time. Oh.
Michael, are all of them yokomen or are there some of them showmen?
These are all yokomen. These are all yokomen.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you've got 4 yokomen, 3 yokomen. Nice. Very nice. Good. Yeah, it's always the trickiest movement in this initial section. So the number, the barai, this one. We're just going to focus on these three moves. So it's from this position, coiling, rolling up, striking down, and then just come back into kamai, rolling, climbing the head, coming down. Okay. The key movement in this is because you're doing a rotation at the same time. There's a tendency for the rotation to be pulling the jaw out, the jaw to kind of swing me out. What I need to do is like become the center of the movement. This way, and the jaw comes out from this movement. Actually, the movements we were doing yesterday with the sword. So this kind of work is from the center out. So center out. In this case, try and really connect into the center, release through the body, and then roll through the jaw this way. So the hands are doing. This is really also really a koku way. This kind of movement, but not this kind of movement. Kind of roll, kind of just pushing the hands out. So really just focus on this bright movement. Really roll through and coil through the body. Raise the hands out and then strike down. Yeah, just give it a try. So just a few. Really focusing on this spiraling down.
Michael?
Yeah.
Do you control the jaw in a similar way as number 18 from the Joe Kata, the Joe Suburi?
The hasso.
The hasso movement?
Yeah.
The barai?
Yeah, this one. This movement.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's
yeah, that one.
Yeah, it's it's exactly the same. It's the same movement. So this way, it's just from a slightly different position, but the feeling doing this.
Yeah, and then indeed your soft your hand, your soft part is actually pushing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you're in the left side in this case, and I basically roll into that position. It's actually an easy position. So from the hasso is like this, and then coiling into the jaw.
Yeah.
Case, yeah, left side coil in, and then really get a sense of the movement coiling out this way. So you've got this kind of sense.
Yeah.
That way. Yeah. So it's very just from a slightly different position.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, good. Okay, good. Nice. Yeah, good. Nice.
Is the Yokoman, so after you do the turn and then it's lift up feet together?
Yeah, in this case, yeah.
And then which side? Yeah.
And this way, and then I'm going to go left side. So I'm going to strike down on the left side.
Left side. Okay, thank you.
Here, pulling back into the kamui. So go left side. Good. There we go. Yeah, Serena, you got it. That's it. Good. Yeah, that's the idea. Good. And then, oh, hello. Just on the other movement. Oh, this is all. Okay, good. This is all really connection work. So you're working in, normally the connection works for really kind of not easy, but it's kind of simple. In this case, you're working in a very difficult connection where the jaw's really swinging out from the body. So one thing, you've got the weight coming out, you've also got the arms coming out to the side. So in this case, really keep that the center's going to also move with it, whilst keeping my attention out. And then in this movement, what I need to do is connect the center to the jaw here. So again, it's working the center through the jaw this way. Later in the kumijo, we use this as a striking movement. But for now, just use this as drawing the body through this way. And really get a sense that the jaw is kind of dragged by the body this way. So I get a feeling of this. The center goes, and then the arms follow. Center to the arms. And then from here, it's the same. You're also working in a kind of strange position that we're not really used to. center out, and then the jaw follows. Okay, so just work on this kind of this kind of connection between the jaw and the center. Center out, center out. So just really prioritize the center work over the arm work. Let the arms follow again. You're working from a very difficult position. So, oh, good. Yeah, there we go. Good. Nice. Okay, go. We go a bit further. So from position 12, basically into the 6 count kata. So here, rolling back, finding this, rolling back, hirangaishi, and then back to this position. Yeah? We do this a lot. So in this case, just focusing again on center work. Center rolling back, center rolling back, center rolling back, center pressing forward, and rolling back. Yeah. So we do this movement all the time. 6 count kata, just really focusing on the quality of the movement from the center, which is 13 to 18. Nice. Okay, good. In this case, just focus on the movement from the gedan. So this position, again, really focusing on the center work connecting to the hands, this movement. So really feel that you you do this as one movement, just roll back through the body this way and drag the jaw through. So again, it's a feeling of dragging the jaw through the hand work this way, here. And really try and avoid, in this case, a kind of setup and then a pull and then a push back. It's really, also they kind of look the same. So they look like the same kind of thing, but it's really a kind of different feeling where the jaw's going to really move from the back this way. So really connect the back hip to the jaw this way, and then from here pressing the hip in this way. This is really a kind of setup that later I want to just roll in and roll through this way. So just practice from this movement from the right side. Really connect the hips to the hands, and then just roll it back this way. Just roll it back this way. Roll it back, and then see if you can really find the hand this way. And then from here, just pressing forward this way. Yeah, so just work on this connection. Again, it's kind of a tricky connection. Just, again, try and really prioritize center work over hand work. Connect and move. Let's see. Okay, good. Nice. Good. Okay, great. So we got from 80, position 80, a little bit further. Where this is basically the second section of the kata. It's basically where you go a little bit more difficult movement. So now you're going to the ground, thrusting to the knee, striking down, rolling down to this position here. Again, drawing the jaw back through the body, and then rising up, ski underneath, and then rolling back to ski kamai. Okay, so you go from 80, position 18, go 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, back to ski kamai. Yeah, give it a try. So from 18, low, low, sorry. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Good. Forget. Good. Good. Very nice. Still good, correct. Yeah, great. Very. Okay, good. And it's just the real difficult movement, apart from the rising movement, is the sinking movement down. And again, really prioritizing the lower body over the upper body. So you're gonna really sinking down. Now from here, what I don't do is kind of rise up and then press down and then sink the body down. So try and don't be dragged down by the jaw. Again, try and have the feeling of drawing the jaw with the body. So you've got this sense. So I'm actually going to enter in a low position already. So in this case, the kind of test of it is whether I rise up through the body. I want to basically come to this position and then sink through the body this way. You're in this position and then delivering the strike. So the strike's delivered as you lower the body this way. So here, this way, down, and then drawing it back, striking up this way. Yeah. So just really prioritize again the lower body. You're going to really roll through the body and sink down this way. Yeah, give it a try. And if you're on an outside surface that's hard, you change the form slightly. So in this case of the form this way, I bring the knee down to the ground. If I'm on an outside surface, I'm working in this form this way. So I keep it. I'm actually in a deep squat this way, rather than this position this way. So I change the back leg this way. And then come up through it. If you're on a gravel surface or something where you don't want the knee to touch the ground.
Michael, is that strike when you're on the ground, is that straight in front of your center line or is it slightly off? Because I couldn't see it where you finished the strike.
Okay, this strike's like a yoke. This is a hayagaishi move to the knee. So I'm striking in here. Now I move off the line and strike in this way. So this is like this is the same organization as a yokomen or a gerenga or a hayagaishi this way, but I'm basically delivering it to the knee, so it's here, this way in, that way, and then drawing it back here. Yeah. So use like a.
Okay.
It's basically like a yokomen to the knee. Well, yokomen to the knee. That's so bad. It's not like a yokomen to the knee. It's like a hayagaishi to the knee, but it's a kind of diagonal strike down. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Nice.
Michael, on 22, when you come up and you thrust forwards, are you actually sliding Suriyash moving forwards?
Ooh, question. Yeah, in this case, so you're down, strike here. Now from here, what I do is with the back foot, just press through this way, and then I just basically adjust the back foot. So the key The key in this point is that this is you've got to basically, in the partner practice anyway, you've got a strike coming down to the head. So basically you need to rise underneath and strike through it this way. So the back foot only really adjusts, but in this case, don't come forward of the body this way. If I shift the body forward, I basically lose the connection to the knee that way. Then I move into this kind of position. But what I basically want to do is basically just like standing up with the body this way, and all I do is really bring the front foot forward with that movement, and then slightly adjust the back foot through it. Yeah. So it's a movement forward, but not really a. It's like a step forward, but not really a slide forward with the whole body. Yeah. Okay, good. Nice. Good. Okay, good. Last section. So we go from 23, yeah. You do 2 thrusts. 1, 2, roll the jaw back. And in this case, this is a backwards movement block. Blocking to the knee and then striking out with a thrust. The jaw returning above the head here, and then a thrust, and then a left side yokomen to finish. You go from here, go to 1, 2, rolling back, backwards block to the knee, thrusting out, rolling back, ski, and then yokomen to finish. Yeah, give it a try. So from 23.
Sorry, Michael, could you just go over this one a couple of times more for me, because I can't remember this last bit.
Go ahead, just copy. Let's see. Go a few times. Very nice. Good. Okay, great. So we'll put the whole thing together. Just look 1 to 31, and then we'll see about trying to look at some of the fluid movements in the Kata. So where you start to lose the number. So just nice and calm, real slow. Just rolling now through it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And coming back to position here. Okay, go ahead, just in your own time. Do the try. 31, go Kata.
Michael.
Yeah.
The transition between 27 and 28, so the backwards and then upwards, do you push that from your back leg?
Oh, let's see. 27, 28.
This?
Where am I?
Yeah. This one, and then you go.
Ah, yeah. Okay, good.
It's a race initiated from your back.
Yeah, from the back leg.
Yeah.
So from the back leg, press in the ground, and then
upwards.
And then from the release, pressing the front foot and rolling back that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is in that setup in the block is. Yeah, it's just a good question. So you go. Ooh, there's a block. It's quite a tricky point. It looks really easy actually. It's like rolling back, and really what I need to do is become small and really stable in the back. So the back needs to really stabilize through that block. This, and then once I've got that, I'm basically going to just increase the pressure to the back.
And then inwards.
Yeah. So yeah, press from the back leg. Yeah. Good.
Thanks.
Good.
Working in a confined space sometimes has its advantages. It forces you to stay on the place.
Great. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll look at some of the flowing bits. The easiest place to look or to practice the flowing work is in the 6 count. And Paul did a nice class in the 24 on taking the 6 count to basically a flowing one count movement. So we'll look at the the transitions in the 6 count kata. So if you go to the real basic, planting, finding the hand, pressing forward, rolling back, striking the knee, and then roll into this position. Okay, the first one we'll look at is just the transition from the ski into the hayagaishi. So now just rolling straight through it this way, this way. Okay, we're going to do it in a still keeping actually the form of rolling back for the block and then pressing forward with it. So sometimes we do this in like a hayagaishi, this way, this way. We want to practice this in a slightly different way. So in this case, you're going to actually roll the body back and then press forward with it this way. Okay, so this is slightly different form. Pressing forward, still keep the feeling of rolling back and then pressing forward. But you're going to do it all in one motion. So I want you to really get the feeling of pressing in, pressing back, rolling forward. Okay, so the hip basically stays active all the time. The key is that in the fluid work, the center doesn't stop. So this is also why you can do it really slowly. The key to it is doing it slowly. Press back, press in. So it's like a bit like shifting gear with the form. You go from a basic gong, gong, gong to a this kind of way. So it's really using the center in a different way. This way. Okay, give it a try. So just looking at the ski and a hayagaishi. Not really a hayagaishi.
Yoko Minucci.
Yeah, Yoko, exactly, yeah. Listen to Adrian. It's a block, it's a retreat and a press forward. Ah, okay. Okay, this is a bit strange. There's a draw back, but I'm not really going back, or my feeling's not going back. So it's drawing back with the body, but not kind of pulling back with the body. So in the basic, this is kind of okay to really like pull the body back this way. But in this case, the sense is just drawing back and pressing straight through in. So see the movement, or the drawing back of the body is just a movement, a preparation to go forward with the body. So what that means is the Joe's basically going to roll forward through the movement. So you can practice this one way like this, striking in, rolling back and rolling forward, and just release the strike through the Joe. So this is really just to get the Joe moving this way, rolling back, rolling through this way, and really prioritizing the body work over the Joe work again. So just allow the Joe to kind of swing through here, roll back, roll forward. I basically want the hands, basically the center's always active and the hands are always active in the more fluid form. So the hands are constantly working through the body this way. So you can try this as a movement just to get the jaw moving through the body this way and ground the back foot. Okay, give it a try. Just kind of release the jaw. Yeah, good. Nice. Okay, you're going to use the same dynamic for the Garangaishi. So you're going to start in the right side. What I want you to do again, the basic is really drawing the body back this way, and then stepping in the strike. In this case, what I want you to do is practice the same kind of dynamic. You're going to roll back, roll forward this way. So again, really the hip is practicing this, pressing, just like pressing back to roll forward. So from a kenkamai or from a strike position, roll back, roll forward. You're basically going to blend the movement of the hips and the movement of the hands into one. 1, 2. Now it just becomes one movement. Okay, give it a try, just from the Gerangaishi position. So from a right side striking position, roll back, roll forward. Nice and simple.
Can I ask a very basic question?
Of course.
What's the difference between Ken Kamai and Joe Kamai?
Oh, that's easy. Good. Ken Kamai is like holding the Ken. It's almost always in right side posture. Ken Kamai is like this. Joe Kamai is like this.
Okay.
So Joe Kamai is where I'm basically, this is where all the first Subaru start. So 1, 2, 3 start in Joe Kamai. So Joe Kamai is basically where the left side forward and the Joe just in front of the foot. And then Ski Kamai is where the Joe's in the ski position. So yeah, that's
understood. Thank you.
Ken Kamai like I'm holding the Ken, and Joe Kamai is just where I start the Subaru from, just kind of relaxed, ready position.
All right, thank you.
From starts. Yeah. Let's see. Ah, good. Good. And this is also the work of connecting the back hip to the backhand this way, drawing the jaw through. If in order to do the fluid form, I really need to have that very clear. If I'm working in a way of pushing, the fluid form's almost impossible to find, or I think it's impossible to find. So what I really need to do in order to get the fluid form is a feeling that the back of the jaw is really active through the movement. So what's happening then is that the hands are in the right position to do the right movement in the right time. Otherwise, the hands all in the wrong position to make the movement. So have a sense of the backhand, the back here, drawing back and then pressing forward. So actually, in this case, it's all the activity in the jaw is being done really from the back, rolling back, rolling in this way. Okay, so just get a sense of a fluid sense of the back connection to the back, rolling forward. Okay. So this is later just one movement. Rolling. This way.
Guys, I have to dash off.
Okay.
See you tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Have a great meeting.
Bye-bye.
Cool.
Yeah, my teacher's fellow just spot me, so I have to go. I can't be late now.
No.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Alrighty, good. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. Got it. You got it. Nice.
Michael?
Yeah.
Do I understood you right? So you emphasize the connection between the hip and the backhand. So when I'm going forward, the power comes from the hip and the backhand.
Yeah, in that case, basically think that the movement's going to come from the backside, from the backhand. The movement's going to come from the back hip. This coiling in. But actually, as I make this transition, I'm rolling. You see now, this becomes the backside of the jaw. This makes sense. This way, and this becomes my ground, the ground from the strike. So actually, the power in this case is going to transition to this hand. So if you talk about movement, then the movement's being swung from the backside of the body, from the last backside of the body, this way. So from the left side, this rolling through. But in this case, in the case of the Gerangaishi, the power's in the new backside, the new backside of the body. So in this case, rolling back, rolling forward this way.
This is a good news for me because this is what they always tell me in my dojo. So it's consistent. Good.
Okay, consistent. That's good. Good.
Thank you.
I'm not breaking any problems for me. Good. And then just let this swing through. So we'll bring it together next. We go from the right side, roll back, swing the jaw through this way. So now the feeling's really of delivering the strike and then just rolling back through the body this way. Okay, so starting right side, rolling back, swinging through. And this is where you're really going to open the new backside of the hip. This way, this, and rolling back through the body this way. Yeah, give it a try. So just a real fluid Gerangaishi. Strike back to Skikamai. This way. Strike all the way through. Yeah. Okay, really try and look for the spiral in this movement. This is, just watch for this movement, kind of striking in and then rolling it back flat. In this case, what you're going to do is, because the kind of rule in this case is that the jaw doesn't stop. So in this case, I'm delivering a kind of circular strike to find back into the Skikamai. In order for me not to stop the jaw, I basically need to continue that circle. So really get a sense in this one that you're going to coil through the jaw this way. So it's actually going to just complete the movement. This to this, okay. Rather than two steps, bam, bam, with a kind of linear movement. Really get a sense that you're going to coil through it, and it continues basically this way. So this becomes this. So one big circle from here, this to this. Yeah, and you can do this super slow. Just allow the jaw to coil through the movement this way. Yeah, last thing.
Does your right hand push the jaw to make that circle, or is it a combination?
No, don't do this. Don't do that. What I do in this case is this. What this is used also later for is a block. This way. So what I'm doing is just sliding the hand down. The right hand just slides down the jaw. This way. So it's actually very soft on the jaw, the right hand. What it doesn't do is push it. If I push it, I basically lose the jaw. If I try and do it fast with pushing, oh, I just got it. I can just keep hold of it. But I basically want to keep the feeling of kind of a softness, fluidity through the grip. So don't push with the right hand in this case. Just slide down the jaw.
Okay, thank you.
Good, 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 good. Good. Okay, and the last thing, just do the whole kata, the 6 count, kata just fluidly. So it's not really full kinonagari, just fluid this way. Okay, so you're going to use the kind of pull back motions, but just like the key is that you pull back and flow through to the next step. So don't kind of hold back on the pushing, hold back on the pull back. My language is really bad today. This, I just show you. So don't hold the body back. Press through, press through, press through. Yeah, and just play with it. Give it a try. Keep the hands nice and soft. There we go. Great. Nice. Good, Naoko. Good. Excellent. Okay, great. Good. Very good. Hello. Okay, good. So you basically use that pattern. You can take that kind of pattern and run through the whole Joe Kata. We don't have time today, maybe another day. And basically use that same kind of pattern throughout the movements. And you basically just start to blend the movements together. So lose the count and just go to a kind of fluidity. And the key kind of rules are that the center continues to work through the hands. And that means that the Joe continues to move through the movement. So the Joe's never really stopping and then restarting the movement. So the key for training movements, or the key signal for flowing work, is this idea of the center not stopping movement and the Joe continuing movement. And this basically means you're really going to start to work with spirals through the Joe, through the hand work, which is just kind of inevitable. Okay, good. We're finished. Yeah. Okay. どうもありがとうございました。どうも。Okay. Thank you. Good.